The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Here's Murray. Buying time to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Able to fight through one tackle. And he breaks through another tackle. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Back to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards on the play.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. And this one's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but They took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Open space inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 7. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. He'll buy some time right. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Watch it now, Marty. No. Check. Patriot.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Throwing on first down, Murray. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Kill. Turn up. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
He'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards. On first down, Murray. And this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Throwing again. Murray. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third down. Throwing on third and long. Murray fighting. Lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This is taken at about the 14. Broken tackle. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They're going to look to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw now on the final play. Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep right. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently, but that doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
They'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jessyjames54. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
To throw on 2nd down. Murray will try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Off the play fake. Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 40. Yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now a handoff looking right. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit! Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
This is caught inside the 15. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. And even 40 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. On the crossing route, complete. That's Barnett. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll set up to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll go on the ground. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He'll drop to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw. Throw left side, complete. It's Barnett. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Barnett. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Wide open receiver, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Gone!
Looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll run it here. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Green 39. Green 39.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now they try the right side here. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. She's a keeper.